I'm now both delighted and honoured to call upon Professor Jennifer Seberry, Director of the Computer Security Laboratory at the University of Wollongong, to share with us some opening remarks. Jennifer was the first female professor of computer science in Australia and has been instrumental in mentoring early career researchers internationally. Thank you, Jennifer.
Welcome to the University of Wollongong. We pride ourselves on being a very broad-minded campus with lots of international students and lots of international people here. I'm wearing the Aboriginal colours because this is National Reconciliation Week, and so I want to start by reading a statement. We acknowledge the sacred land on which we stand and the traditional elders and custodians of the Wadi Wadi people. We acknowledge their care of the land over many generations. We acknowledge we came to this land late, but we stand open to the Spirit, for our hearts to open and deepen, for our connection to this land and join with its traditional custodians in its protection. And I thought, since we're here talking about the security of Australia and the protection of Australia, we should be doing it in compact with the traditional custodians. Well, I couldn't resist the opportunity, since I was here, to have a go at one of my favourite subjects. Right. Now, I don't like Big Brother. Let me make my position quite clear. I don't like Big Brother. So when I heard them saying, oh, we're going to bring in a new, revamped, revitalised, everything card, which will save you all from all your problems in life, I thought, I don't like that. So I just want to share some stories with you, or a couple of stories. But really the big problem is identity theft. And this can happen very easily. Let me just tell you my own example. In my day, a woman was allowed to be married and have a married name and also have a professional name, especially if her husband worked in the same profession. Many people on the stage, many medical practitioners, women had two names, one for their work and one for their home. Well, I was foolish enough to think that I could survive in that world, and I had my driving licence, as I'd always had it, in my married name. I mean, that's how I got it, and so I had never changed it. And then I bought a car, and because my job is in my professional name, I bought the car in my professional name. Well, when I turned up at the RTA to get the papers for my car and register it, lo and behold, it didn't belong to Jennifer Seberry at all. It belonged to somebody else. Why? Because their database said there was only one name allowed, and that was the name that I had to take. So the name they chose for me was the name that I was going to get. And that's here today in this country, without Big Brother. So I say, what do they know about me? What do my neighbours know about me? Well, I think far too much. What do my colleagues know about me? Probably also far too much. International business? Yeah, they've got tabs on me too. The government? Listen, you're at a security conference. If they haven't already got you on their database, they're slipping. When all this, I started working last year very closely with a gentleman from Israel. We were working on the cryptographic protocol. And so there started to be a number of phone calls between Australia and Israel that were profile. All of a sudden I start to hear clicks on my line, and surveys on my unlisted numbers, and all sorts of things that started to happen. And I knew that they were having a look to see who was this person. Now I don't know who it was, so I rang up my friend in Israel and I said, whoever it is who's listening, go away, I don't know anything. And I think the CIA and ASIO turned me over to Mossad because they left me alone after that. So they know you. They have to know you because that's what the security of this country is all about. Well, I want to tell you a story about another guy. And for those of you who don't live too close to here, I'll have to explain this. And for those of you who think I've got the prices wrong, that's true because I've never bought a bottle of Johnny Walker in my life. Anyway, Bob is 40. He's an electrical engineer. He lives in Gwynville. That's this nice suburb right here. And he uses his credit card and debit card for everything. Well, last Friday, he went out and he bought a financial review. He spent $8 on breakfast, coffee at McDonald's. He spent $68 on petrol. He spent $20 on lunch, which included 2 beers. He took $500 out of the ATM. He spent $400 on lingerie. And he bought a bottle of Black Label Johnny Walker for $60, and then he bought a computer magazine. And of course this is all listed out on his credit card, including the time he bought these things and where he bought these things. We also can track his telephone calls. As we know, George Bush has been lately making it very easy and helping the CIA to get track of the telephone calls of anybody they wanted to get hold of. Don't forget there's the laws against this thing, but we don't worry about that in the name of national security, do we? Okay, so what do we know about it? Well, he probably has shares because he bought the financial review. If he had only $8 for breakfast, it probably had a lot of starch, so he's probably overweight. Now, he works at Port Kembla. Now, for those of you who are not from here, this is Gwynville. Port Kembla is down that way, 10 kilometres or so. We'll get to it. And Thurrool's up that way about 15 kilometres or so. So just get those places in your mind. So he works at Port Kembla, but this is the 3rd time that he's filled his tank this week. So he's not driving just between Gwynville and Port Kembla. He's going somewhere else as well. And also he was late for work. He telephoned Joe Book several times, and we noticed that Book has been arrested for illegal bookmaking. The cash withdrawal makes us think that he was probably doing something illegal, otherwise why couldn't he have paid for it with his credit card? That lingerie was very expensive, and it wasn't his wife's size. So, and the phone calls to the hair restorers suggest maybe he's going bald, or maybe he's got a young mistress or something. Well, we can think of a lot of things that might cause that. Oh, he makes a lot of calls to Jane Doe. She happens to be a young girl, blonde. He's been up to Jupiter's a few times without his wife. And this is his 3rd bottle of Johnny Walker this month. He must be either entertaining a lot or he's a dreadful alcoholic. And what's more, he purchased a Johnny Walker from the magazine in Thurrool, which is certainly not on his way home. So we actually probably know quite a bit about Bob Jones. He cheats on his wife. He's probably got a mistress. He gets late for work. He's feeling older, and he's feeling, 40-ish and what have you. We know a lot about him without really knowing anything about him at all. So, the next thing I say to you, has somebody stolen your identity? Has somebody pretended to be you? I saw an article the weekend that said, Google yourself. You might find out you're a film star, or you might find out you're something spectacular, you know, a national treasure or something like that. So I went and Googled myself, and I found myself. That's all I found. Didn't find any other one, just me. But most of us, I think, if we went and Googled our name, we would find that there is somebody else already who has exactly the same name, and probably many other particulars the same. So, if my identity is stolen, how do I get it back? You know, people can go out and commit fraud. They can say they're me, they can give me a bad credit rating. Do you know how hard it is to get your credit rating back? Have you ever lost your credit card? I have. It takes months to get it back, and it's a very great nuisance to do it. So how do you get it back? Well, you have to produce 100 points to get back for it. Anything, get your identity back. You've got to prove who you are. Now, how do you prove who you are? Well, you can use a birth certificate. But then who's to stop somebody else getting the birth certificate? You could use your passport. But then how did you get your passport without birth certificate in the first place? You could use your driver's license. But then how did you get the driver's license without the birth certificate in the first place? In fact, all of these things become in a circle. You need one in order to get another. That's why I've got here the case of Mr. O. Mr. O is an American citizen, born in America, but he's ethnic Chinese. And that's his last name, O. But the American Social Security system says that nobody is allowed to have a last name with less than 2 letters in it. So Mr. O cannot get a Social Security number. And what is the suggestion of the American government? That he should change his name. Change his name to OH or something else. Can you imagine? You have to change your name in order to fit in with the computer. So we have to work to them, not them working to us. Well, I've mentioned the RTA before. Just about 3 weeks ago, I was down the RTA, and I heard this poor man standing there saying, "But you've made me a non-person. You've misspelled my name on my driving licence. And now I can't get a passport because I don't have a driving licence with the same name on it as my birth certificate. And I don't have the driving licence with the same name on it as all the bills I get." And they went, by the time they got to about 10 officials, they'd worked out that they didn't have any way to get rid of this problem. If they'd made a typing mistake, then by heavens, you had to go to the Ombudsman to get it fixed up. So that's one of the other things so it's not only things that people are doing maliciously, it's also the things that people do accidentally that can cause us problems. So that brings me finally back to this new Department of Social Security card or whatever it is, which, as I've said, I don't like the idea of it. It's compulsory if you want to deal with government. Well, you may not want to pay taxes, but unfortunately most of us do. And if we don't pay taxes, we probably have to get some other benefit from the government. If you want to get anything funded from the government health, you have to have anything. You have to have this cover. But the thing that really worries me is that it was announced, Cabinet met, it was announced, and there was no details. We couldn't see what they were doing. We don't know what all the details are. We just know that they brought in this new card. And maybe sometime somebody will be generous enough to tell us what the implications for us are, so that the devil is in the unannounced detail. And as I have said to friends of mine in Europe, when they've asked, should religion be on their national ID card? I've said, that was the way the Nazis found the Jews. Can our own cards be used to target certain groups, either because of their religion, their ethnicity, their beliefs, or something about them? And this is what worries me, because we don't know the details of what they're going to do. So that's my web address if you want to talk to me. And thank you very much.